Hey, what's up guys? Mass here with a brand new Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam video, and I am playing on Phu Bai Valley. There's a rush mode and I'm playing as an attacker. And I want to give a big shout out to my buddy DJ here who is flying. He did a great job keeping us in the air throughout the match, and thanks to him I was able to just mow down the enemies and post a pretty ridiculous final score, as you'll see at the end of the video. But the first thing I like to do is prevent the defenders from going from their spawn and getting to the station. If you can prevent the enemies from getting to B, then it makes it very easy for your teammates to just walk up to the station and get the station armed with no resistance, and that's really what you want. So your number one goal should always be to take out any enemies before they can get to the stations to make life a lot easier for your teammates. Another tip I have for when you are a gunner is to constantly spot. And I know at this point in the game's life, spotting isn't a secret. Everyone knows that they should be constantly spotting, but it seems like not a lot of people spot when they are in the gunner seat. And when you don't spot, it makes your life a lot harder, especially when your pilot is flying high up in the sky and far away from the enemies. The enemies can often be hard to spot or hard to see. So if you constantly spot, then it makes your life a lot easier. The enemies become a lot easier to mow down. And not only that, but spotting enemies that you can't kill makes it easier for your teammates because they see the enemies and they can take care of the enemies. So always spot. And another quick tip is to not spam at nothing. And what I mean by that is it seems like a lot of gunners, when they are in the Huey or one of the tanks or what have you, they will spam at everything, even if they don't see enemies. They'll spam at trees, they'll spam at buildings for no reason. I don't know why they do it. But you don't want to spam at nothing. And the main reason for that is when you finally see an enemy, if you've been spamming at nothing, your gun will be cooling down and you won't be able to shoot the enemy, and the enemy will oftentimes get away. So only shoot when you see an enemy, and that way when you actually do see the enemy, you can just quickly mow them down and make sure they don't stand in the way of your teammates and getting to the stations. Now, a couple of quick flying tips I want to point out are, well, number one is you always want to fly high up in the sky and far away from the enemies when you are playing rush mode. Now in rush, the defenders don't have any vehicles, so you don't have to worry about any tanks or anything like that shooting you down. So the only things that can really bring you down are small arms fire and RPGs. Now at least on the PC, small arms don't do that much damage, and even if they do a lot of damage to you with, say, machine guns or whatever, you can always just quickly fly back to your spawn and repair. Or you can actually repair mid-flight. All you have to do is make sure that the chopper is level to the ground. So small arms fire really doesn't pose much of a threat to bringing you down. So the thing you really have to worry about is RPG fire. Now a lot of pilots like to try to swoop in and go for kills themselves, and that's a really bad idea because when you swoop in for kills, you're flying in a straight line, relatively low to the ground, and if any of the defenders have an RPG and aren't completely blind, they're going to shoot you down. So you don't want to be selfish when you're playing as a pilot and try to swoop in for kills. You just want to fly nice and slow, high up in the sky, far away from the enemies, dodging any incoming RPG fire, and giving your gunner a great vantage point to just mow down the enemies. Now obviously this only holds true for rush mode. In Conquest, the enemies do have tanks, so flying slow in the sky is not a good idea. You will get shot down, and obviously if the enemies have tanks, you want to ideally circle strafe and take out the tanks first. But that's Conquest. In rush mode, just fly high up in the sky and don't go for kills when you are flying. It'll make life a lot easier for your gunner, and it'll make life a lot better for your team because your gunner will be able to just massacre the defenders and make it easier for your teammates to arm the stations. Now that's about it for the gameplay. I have a couple of quick announcements I want to make. First of all, I recently hit 2,000 subscribers. That is just absolutely amazing. I really want to thank you guys for all the support. It really means a lot to me. My last couple of montages especially have gotten just a crazy amount of views considering how many subs I have. And that's all thanks to you guys, giving my videos likes, passing my videos to your friends, posting my videos on forums. That really helps me out. That gets me more views, and that helps me grow my channel. And again, I just really want to thank you guys for all the amazing support, and I'm going to try to live up to your expectations and produce even better and better gameplays and montages and what have you in the coming days and weeks and months and however long I do this. So hopefully you guys really enjoy my future videos, and let's just have fun with this, because that's really what YouTube and Battlefield and gaming in general is all about, just having fun. Anyway, one last shout out I want to give is to my friends over at don'trevivemebro.com. I'm sure most of you guys have heard about that website. If you haven't, they are a brand new portal site for Bad Company 2. They do a weekly podcast. They feature Battlefield videos on YouTube. They have blogs by all sorts of great Battlefield commentators, including myself, although I haven't posted a blog entry yet. But lots of great blogs on there. They have brand new forums with lots of people posting. It's a great place to meet other people in the community. Definitely check them out. I was actually a guest on episode 3 of their podcast, along with my friends Don't Blink and Spec Ops Delta. I will leave a link to that podcast in the video description. Definitely check it out. It was a lot of fun. Big thanks to GT and Red Dragons for putting it all together. And yeah, so aside from that, we end up getting the win. I end up going 48-0, kind of a crazy score, and I believe I get the ace pin as well. So I hope you like this video. Stay tuned, because there will be lots of new commentaries and a couple new montages coming out on this channel pretty soon. And aside from that, thanks again for all the support, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.